Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Good day, our dear subscribers again. Now we have the unique opportunity to talk to CEO and the founder of the company, Scott. Scott, how are you doing?
Very good, how are you?
Thank you, fine. We are now with you participating 30th anniversary ProWein show.
It is, yes.
Yes, and ProWein show is named by the wine. How easy or difficult to whiskey guy to participate in the show?
It's pretty easy. We've been here, I think, for about 10 years now. So, and we're now in the craft space. So this is a space for luxury and craft goods. And we've been here for 7 years within this hall. So yeah, it's pretty easy. It's well organised, and we meet people from all around the world.
Can you tell us a bit more about your company background, when it's established, family company, and all the details? What wants to know our subscribers?
Of course. So yeah, family company. So I set up the business probably from an idea about 20 years ago. And then I started investing in the idea about 15 years ago. We launched 12 years ago. Today we're in 50 countries around the world. And the original idea, the crazy idea, was the Lost Distillery. So I'm Scottish, but I've travelled around the world in the whisky industry. And I always ask people, what does Scotland mean to you? So if you're from, I don't know, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Scotland probably doesn't mean much. But most people know that we produce whisky. So half of Scotland's whisky distilleries have closed, and I thought that was a real shame. So I wanted to protect that heritage and bring those whiskies back to life. So today, in front of us, you see 5 whiskies. So we have Stratheden, Towie-Moore, Jericho, Dalarune, and Losset. So we research these distilleries, and we bring these distilleries or these whiskies back to life. So it's a real journey. It took us around 2 years to do this, and today we bring it into these bottles, which are black because the original whiskey bottles were black. And you can see this distillery, Dalarune, from the Lost Distillery Company, the name of the company itself, who owned the distillery, where it operated. This one is Campbelltown. How long the distillery operated for 100 years. The tasting notes, and it's a gold medal winning whiskey. So we try not to do bad whiskey. Right. So if you're a consumer of whiskey, you can try all whiskey producing regions. So you have Lowlands, you have Speyside, you have Highlands, Campbelltown and Islay. Or if you just want a simpler way to drink whiskey, you can have light and fruity bourbon, you can have sherry, so spice, or smoky peaty whiskies. So we offer full depth, but you've got 200 years of history, and we produce it today from a royal estate that's owned by King Charles III. So we're protected on our little brochure here. You can see all of the regions we cover, and this is a castle that was saved by His Royal Highness King Charles as we were launching our business, and we're, I think, the only whisky business in Scotland to be on a royal estate that was saved by King Charles. So that's all about the protection of Scotland's whisky heritage, but ultimately about producing the highest quality whisky. So that's around about 70% of what we do within Crucial Drinks, which is the parent company. But we like to create innovative brands from really good products. 6 Saints was our next brand. So 6 Saints, you'll see Grenada. So that's a distillery on Grenada. They had never exported from Grenada, so we got some really good rum from Grenada. We mature it for 5 years in bourbon barrels, and then we ship them to Scotland, and we bottle it without doing anything bad. So the rum category, there's a lot of rum out there, you don't know what's in it. So is it got additives? Is it real rum? Is it got flavours? This is real rum from Grenada on our own brand. We bring it back to Scotland, we nurture it, we love it, we bottle it under our own brand, and then we export it again. So that's 6 Saints. In the rum category, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan is really growing now, so it's taking off from what was cognac, then became whiskey, now rum is taking off. So really interesting category for us, and it's about 30% of our business is rum. So an interesting opportunity. We sell Six Saints in about 30 countries around the world, and it's a Masters winner in gold medals. We also use our expertise in whiskey, and we do funky stuff. So this is a fresh chili cask that we mature the rum in. We also, if you move across, you can see virgin oak, and we also offer Sauterne casks, Madeira. So we use wood maturation to really let the natural rum shine. And then over here was a slightly later brand extension of our rum range, which is called Rum and Cane. So people navigate rum in the same way they navigate whiskey. So they navigate by regions, but no one had created whiskey producing regions. So we created 5 rum producing regions, and then we secure extra old rum casks from each of these 5 regions, and then we bottle them under our brand. Just like the Lost Distillery, we wanted something that tasted good but also looked good. So this is the original decanter called a Dutch rum onion bottle, which was exported over 200 years ago. This is the style of decanter that was used, and we have replicated that style with an XO rum. In rum, extra old means 6 years and older. These rums are between 6 and 15 years old. And then we offer single barrel rums, which are a little bit older in age. We have an 11-year-old Jamaican rum, single barrel. This is the bottle number, the barrel number, and its cask strength. And the same here, you can see a Guyana. This one is 15. Again, the molasses style and the type of still that was used, and the barrel number, the bottle number, and cask strength. So these are for real rum enthusiasts, and these are for those that are experienced rum drinkers that want to try something a little bit different, but they know that we, as the rum and whiskey experts, haven't done anything to it. So it's natural, it's the highest quality rum you can find.
All right, I know lucky people. I know people who were lucky twice, but I'm today exceptional because I'm lucky 3 times. First of all, because I'm very happy and honored to meet the company owner who is telling with all his passion about this product. Secondly, that you know the Central Asia by selling the products, and third, of course, that you are taking care about the heritage and the traditions. Absolutely. And this is really has a big value for me. Let's back to your export countries. To which countries you are exporting your great products?
So we're in around 50 countries. I would say about 30% of the business is Asia. We're also in North America, maybe 10%, so that's the US and Canada. We're just moving into South America, and then we're in traditional markets like France, which is a big Scotch and rum market. We're in Germany, we're in the Nordic regions, and we're just moving into Southern Europe as well. So you'll find us in probably about 50 countries around the world. Scotch with the Lost Distillery, about 50 countries. Rum, which you started slightly later, maybe about 9 years ago, you'll find us about 30 countries. The biggest market for single malt in the world is France. It's also the biggest mature rum market, so that's one of our biggest markets.
If we talk about such a huge geography of your sales, how big is your production?
We sell probably around, let me think, about 40 to 50,000 cases a year, and there's 6 bottles in a case, roughly within our branded business. We also help partners do some more scaled products within our branded business. So we are a craft business, hand bottling, hand production, so it's all about the quality rather than about the volume. We just want the highest possible quality to get to our consumers.
As the person who is joining already for 10 years this gorgeous exhibition, I guess that you would agree with me that this business is mostly based on the personal knowledge, on the shake hands, and of course you cannot buy something before to test. But do you see as the guy with such experience any movements or changes in this industry to become more on internet?
Yeah, I mean the e-commerce. So we have some products available within the likes of Amazon. We do our own e-com channel. and that's certainly a future opportunity. So yeah, we focus on that. We will continue to focus on that. During lockdown, you've seen a big move into e-com channels, and I think there's more information available through e-com. So we have a lot of information, stories and brand knowledge that we can impart through e-com. So we see great opportunity to partner with people that can use their expertise to pass on our knowledge, and hopefully people enjoy that. So yeah.
If you look to your sales channels, how you can divide it between the sold to the retailers, sold to distributors, or direct sales?
So we work really focused on the channel opportunity and what we can offer by channel. So certain brands would be more higher volume for, let's say, the on-trade, so bars and restaurants. We offer retailers, so for the likes of France, we would give cavistes the opportunity to buy single barrel cask strength products, which are more bespoke, more unique. And again, for e-commerce channels, if we work with a partner in a market, we would understand, well, what do you think your consumers are looking for? You're the experts. Looking at our range, we use our bespoke offering to give the correct single cask solutions for something that really caters to that market appetite.
Please allow me to ask some tricky questions. I'm a father of the 5 children, and when people ask me who is your favorite child, I never answer because it's very difficult. I know that every product is also like your child, because you spend a lot of time to make it from 0 to 100. But still, if you may choose between all your perfect product, which one is your favorite?
Oh, that is a tough one.
Or which one you will consume, or which one you offer to your friends?
Well, it depends which one I consume, depends how I feel in the time of day. So that's an easy question, it depends, okay? So for the Lost Distillery, if I am starting the day, Straffeden. So it's a lighter style of whiskey, it's bourbon, and you can see this bottle is from the original distillery door. This distillery started in 1829 and closed in 1926. The distillery is still there, and this was the original distillery from which my idea was born. So if I'm honest, this is my firstborn child, so it's maybe not my favourite, but it's very nice and it behaves well. But I would have this for breakfast or lunchtime. These are more heavily sherried and spicy whiskies, and came later in my journey with the Lost Distillery, and they're great with spicy meats, charcuterie, so later on in the day. So I would say these are more dinner time. And these are my smoky Campbelltown and Islay whiskies. So they're kind of more by the fireside or at supper time. So right towards the end in Scotland, it's very cold. So I put the fire on at night and I have a nice Losset, and that's from Islay, so that works really well. And you get the smoke and the peat. And probably Losset, unlike my firstborn, was my lastborn child. It doesn't always behave well, so it's difficult to blend single malts to give you this profile. So sometimes it doesn't behave well, but it's good fun.
One of my favorite sayings are better to lose with the clever person than to find with the foolish. So one important question for our watchers of our YouTube channel, they most probably will ask you that, Scott, when I go to the supermarket or I go to the wine shop, there is a lot of choices, there is a lot of worldwide known brands. How you can convince me to be your happy customer?
You see, so I can't be in every whiskey shop in the world or every rum shop. So that's the challenge. So what I would do is pick up a bottle and talk through the story. So this is meant to educate people that might know something or might not know much at all, but we try and provide all the information that is there. So the bottle will stand out. It stands out because it's original. The original bottles were black 200 years ago. But let me talk through the story that you could do on any liquor store or any e-com channel. So this is Dallaroon from the Lost Distillery Company. What's that? Well, I don't know. Well, I know it's from here in Scotland. That's Campbelltown. We know who owned the distillery, Colville, and the distillery operated for 100 years. Campbelltown was the heart of the Scotch whisky industry. There were 30 distilleries on Campbelltown. Today there are 3. but it was a fantastic single malt and operated for 100 years, was known for quality. Today, we've brought that style of whiskey back, so you've got that taste of Scotland's whiskey heritage. It's 43%, so it's high strength, and we know it's really, really good because it's independently audited and is given 91% by the whiskey industry. Without knowing what it was, they gave us that result. So if you want to find out a little bit more, then you can find out more about Dallaroon, the distillery. And if you don't fancy Dallaroon, you can look at our portfolio and travel through that. So we try and offer as much information, because unfortunately I can't be in every whiskey store or every e-com site in the world. So we try and offer that, if that helps. And the same information is replicated through our rum brands as well.
Scott, thank you very much for these wonderful minutes that I spent at your booths. I see already the queue outside waiting for you and sign the new contracts. I want to remind our YouTube watchers that I beg you to drink with responsibility. Alcohol should be joy and the happiness, and not be addicted or ruin your life. So
be responsible and enjoy it, and don't take it too far.
Yeah. Scott, thank you very much. I wish you only good contracts. Doesn't matter big, medium or small, but they should be good. And through these contracts, build a responsibility with your buyers, with your consumers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my pleasure.